Imagine two journeys. One, a vision of the future, sleek, fast, and efficient. The other, a relic of the past, crowded, slow, and struggling to keep pace with a rapidly changing world. In China, millions glide across the country at over 350 km/h on high-speed trains. These trains connect distant cities in just a few hours, transforming daily life and business, and making travel seamless for people from all walks of life. In India, trains still chug along at 100 km/h, a marvel in 1969, but now outdated. Overcrowded compartments and aging tracks are a daily reality for millions of commuters, who dream of a faster, more comfortable ride. China built the world's largest high-speed rail network in under 2 decades, connecting even remote regions and fueling economic growth on an unprecedented scale. India, despite grand ambitions and a vast railway legacy, has struggled to modernize. Projects stall, and the gap between vision and reality only widens. The $100 billion India-China high-speed rail collaboration promised to transform Indian travel, marrying Chinese expertise with Indian need. Hopes soared as leaders envisioned a new era of connectivity and progress. But the project never left the station. Years passed, and the dream began to fade. The dream faded, a casualty of financial disagreements, bureaucracy, and diverging priorities. Promises turned into paperwork, and hope gave way to frustration. While China envisioned economic corridors and rapid development, India's focus shifted, reflecting new realities and challenges at home. Instead of bullet trains linking megacities, India's rail ambitions turned toward its contested borders, prioritizing security over speed. The tracks now snake through rugged terrain, serving a different, urgent purpose. The story of this failed partnership reveals the immense challenges of mega projects in a democracy, and a dramatic shift in India's strategic calculus. It's a tale of ambition, compromise, and the ever-changing priorities of a nation on the move. To understand what India turned down, consider China's railway revolution since 2008. It has built 45,000 kilometers of high-speed lines, connecting nearly every major city. China's expertise became a tool of economic statecraft, central to its Belt and Road Initiative. Across Southeast Asia, Chinese-backed railways are transforming Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, and Thailand, binding economies closer to Beijing. These projects are more than infrastructure, they're strategic investments, creating dependencies and extending China's influence. For India, China offered a turnkey solution: financing, technology, and rapid construction. It was a shortcut to modernity, if India was willing to accept the terms. The deal faltered not for China's lack of interest or ambition. In fact, China was eager to showcase its world-class high-speed rail technology and expand its influence in Asia. But India's indecision, frequent changes in leadership, and the absence of a unified long-term vision led to endless delays and confusion. Decades ago, India's pioneering Rajdhani Express was a symbol of progress, leading Asia's railways and inspiring pride across the nation. But over time, that momentum faded and progress stalled. Today, despite ambitious announcements, high-speed rail remains a distant dream, with projects stuck in limbo and little to show for decades of effort. India's vibrant democracy, while a source of strength, complicates mega-projects. Land acquisition battles, legal hurdles, and the need for political consensus slow everything down, making progress painfully slow. China's top-down centralized approach simply doesn't translate to India's federal, democratic system, where every major decision faces scrutiny and debate. Even after years of negotiation, financial terms became the final, insurmountable obstacle. China's loans, while tempting, often come with strings attached, favoring Chinese contractors and risking unsustainable debt for the borrowing country. India, wary of falling into a debt trap and determined to maintain control over its infrastructure, ultimately refused to accept these terms or take on massive loans. Without a mutually acceptable model or a clear path forward, the high-speed rail dream quietly faded away, leaving behind only unfinished tracks and unfulfilled promises. After talks collapsed, India's railway ambitions pivoted from economic integration to national security, Tensions with China exposed India's vulnerability along the Himalayan border, where China already has robust infrastructure. India is now investing billions to build railways in remote, high-altitude regions like Arunachal Pradesh and Ladakh. These lines are designed for rapid military mobilization, not commercial travel. The world's highest railway bridge and new lines in the northeast reflect this strategic shift. For India, reinforcing border security now outweighs the dream of high-speed trains between megacities. China's railway diplomacy faces major challenges. Cost overruns, delays, and corruption scandals plague projects in Indonesia and Thailand. Host nations like Laos are burdened with debt, raising doubts about long-term viability. India's democracy and free press make such risks politically dangerous. The potential for scandal and debt was a strong deterrent for Indian policymakers. China's rapid state-led model often sacrifices transparency and sustainability. For India, the risks of cost overruns and loss of control outweighed the benefits of a high-speed rail network. The failed deal marks a pivotal turning point for Asia's giants, setting them on distinctly different tracks. What was once envisioned as a shared journey toward modern connectivity has now become a story of divergence, with each nation charting its own course for the future. China continues to build its Iron Silk Road, weaving a vast web of high-speed railways that integrate Southeast Asia and expand its economic and political influence. These gleaming new lines promise to transform trade, travel, and the very landscape of the region. Nations like Laos and Indonesia are embracing the opportunities and accepting the risks, drawn by the promise of rapid growth, improved infrastructure, and closer ties to China's booming economy. India, meanwhile, turns inward, prioritizing border security, national interests, and self-reliance over rapid transformation. Its focus is on strengthening internal networks and protecting sovereignty, rather than racing to connect with neighbors. Its partnership with Japan on the Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train reflects a cautious, sovereign approach, one that values technological collaboration, careful planning, and national control over speed. Two railway futures are emerging: a fast, interconnected China-led bloc racing ahead, and a slower, security-focused India, moving at its own deliberate pace. The high-speed train that never was now stands as a powerful symbol of this fork in the road. Two nations, two destinies, and two competing visions for Asia's future, each shaping the continent in their own way.